Welcome to Vice City. Ayúdame Dios. Stuck with no options, I pray hard. Negative vibes that I'm stay far. Hip-hop was there, so I gave hard. Studied the game and I played smart. I used to move in the bus of the train. Now I pull up in a race car with a bad bitch and an AR. Montana's if you wanna face scars. I was undercover by my lonely with a couple homies, just to none of them. Lot of people switched up on me, but I kept my focus on 100 of them. Ton of vision, I was on a mission. I've been in the kitchen while the whipping good. Barely living, I was early grinding just to get some money. Now I'm feeling good. Contrabanding, we was stealing.
Hey guys, and welcome to Domino Table Podcast. As you can see, this is kind of a different setup that we have here. So, if you're watching on video, you guys will see that I'm joined by somebody, and it's not the typical crew. So today, you guys might have heard the first episode.
Might have.
And we're doing a welcome back, no pun intended, to my boy Chris. And you might ask, why? Well, that's because he released some new music.
Yes, I did. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure,
I appreciate it.
This is the Zane Lowe podcast, pretty much.
I don't even mean to say it's just because you're my friend, but I think you're doing better so far than Zane Lowe would have been doing. So
I appreciate that.
Just keep up the work.
I mean, I would have said it too, but I try to be humble.
I feel that. Trust me.
Yeah. So, you have a new EP coming out.
Yes, I do.
Tell me about it. 6 songs. You actually sent me the track list, and I listened to them before. Yeah. And I just want to say that I don't know what I was expecting, but it was better than I expected.
That's good. That's all I'm hoping for, dude. That's really all I'm hoping for.
And you kind of played me like the rough drafts in the car throughout like some random days.
Yeah, a while ago.
You're right. And then to see where it's come and like what stayed and what did it, it's like, wow. Like,
thanks.
So for those that don't know, this is Chris.
Yes.
And he raps.
I do rap. I do a little bit of wannabe singing, crooning, some little bit of tune on there, a little bit of effects.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that you were in your little Drake bag.
Yeah, I mean, I'm inspired by a lot of other artists. Obviously, I'm a fan of hip hop, fan of rap in general, and I think a lot of the time when you're singing, of course, there's people who just have great voices, like Drake.
Right.
And even Drake doesn't have the best voice if you really pay attention. A lot of it's just knowing your pocket and kind of letting the emotion flow through it. Like, so when J. Cole sings, when Eminem sings, when Rest in Peace, when Mac used to sing, they're not great singers by any means, but they still sing because sometimes it really helps feel the emotion they're trying to put through without getting like a featured artist to sing for you and sing some like obnoxiously perfect harmonized notes, like, And
also having to pay for that artist.
Or no one, because I don't know any singers. Yeah. So I'm like, if I had to find one, it would be very difficult.
Right.
So, but yeah, my rap name is Trip C.
Trip C.
C being because I'm Chris.
Right.
Trip being for a lot of reasons.
I mean, I gave you a new nickname. So after listening to the album, I actually called him, or I texted him. I'm like, I'm gonna call you. It was NVC.
NVC. And what was it again?
It was Nature Valley Chris.
And why was it?
It's because you got the bars, bro. It's
there it is.
It's Nature Valley Chris, bro.
I fuck with that one, and I have a lot of nicknames.
I know.
A long list. There's the CDC, Shellfish Jordan, the Flying Dutchman.
I mean, how much time do we have?
Ghost. Like, if you want to have all of those guys on the pod, it's gonna take a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
But tell me about the creative process that you went through when you were making this album, because I know, and also I guess we'll first start with what got you back into rapping.
Gotcha.
Because you stepped away from it for a bit.
For a while, yeah.
You went to school.
Yeah.
You're a professional in the field right now.
Yes, I am.
And I'm gonna get back to that later.
Yeah.
But I guess tell me like what got you back into it.
So I mean, just to kind of say the journey, I started rapping, like, if you want to even call it rapping, in middle school, really, and kind of everyone did. I feel like if you didn't write a freestyle in middle school, just like a Lil Wayne beat, like
I got in trouble a couple of times.
Yeah, like everyone tried, and I sucked. I sucked terribly in middle school, so I quit. Then junior year of high school, started again, sucked, super sucked. Senior year of high school, started again, sucked again, but a little bit better. Like there was some moments in there. Some of those songs still exist in the deep ether webs. Most people can't find them, thank God. Then I started taking it real serious. I want to say my junior year of college with some other rappers, Ali,
Yeah, they know. They know Ali. He was in the first episode as
with
well.
Me. Yeah,
was that the first episode?
Yeah, who
Might have
goes
been.
by Alyosha for his rap name, and with my one of our other close friends, Lou Grave.
I've heard a lot of good things.
Yeah, we started rapping, taking it real serious. We were recording at the studio with the producer that we were really close with, and we were making a lot of music with him. Sadly, most of it didn't come to see the light of day. There's some good stuff from there. There was some bad stuff from there. We all had to step away for different reasons. All of us were kind of going through our own things. And me personally, I was heading into my senior year of college, and I knew how hard it was to become a rapper without having any money and without having any time, really.
Right.
So I kind of stepped away from the mic for a bit and wanted to focus on graduating and getting a job, which I did. And then once I got a job, I kind of tried to come back. And I was starting to, even when I first met you, I had dropped a song called Bueller. Do you remember that one?
I might have not known that you were a rapper at that point.
Yeah, like this was like the Yoga Berry days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't in tune.
Yeah.
Like,
So I had dropped a song then, and not to get deep, I guess, but yes, also to get deep. I had a song planned for a certain day during that period of time when I was starting to get back into it, and my grandma passed on the day I was supposed to drop a song, and I was in this weird state where I was kind of just making like ignorant shit, and it was kind of just because I was just trying to make stuff that people would want to listen to, and not really making anything that I cared about. And it felt dumb to release like this stupid, ignorant song on the day or even anywhere near the time that my grandma passed.
Right.
Like that eclipsed everything. So I just stepped back for a long time, focused on work, focused on other stuff. Kind of was nervous about whether I can even rap, whether I'm good at it, And then pandemic hits, I'm working from home, got a lot of time.
Right.
My boys, Lou Grave, Alyosha, they both kept pushing me. They're like, yo, just spit some shit, dude. Just spit. You're not out of bars. And I'm like, bro, trust me, I'm out of bars. Like, they're gone. Nature Valley Chris is over before he even started. And I just started recording from home, dude. I mix all my own vocals now. They're not the best mixing. I'm not going to try to promote myself at that. I just do it because it's cheap. It's free.
Right.
I don't pay myself anything. So
yeah.
So I just started to get back into it because I love it. Honestly, I do love it. I hear a beat and I start freestyling. So, I just write. And next thing you know, I have 3 tapes ready to go. This one tape is already dropping March 10th. The next 2, they'll be coming out later in the year for sure. And this one I'm happy about. I'm definitely happy about it. And I hope people are happy about it too.
Yeah. And I kind of getting back to what you said about releasing that song when your grandmother had passed. Was it that like a shift where it was kind of like, I want to make music now for that, for me as opposed to for other people in terms of like something that fulfills you personally?
Definitely. Yeah. Like the music I was making then, not to say that it was bad, but it wasn't personal and it wasn't anything that I cared for. It was just like me having fun in the studio, And I still do that. I still have a bunch of Lucy's that'll probably never see the light of day that are just me like spitting some stupid shit.
Right.
But I just didn't want to. It just kind of eclipsed everything at the time. It put a lot into perspective for me. And I think I needed it, like the mental space to step back and really think about what am I rapping for? What am I doing? What's the goal here? And it helped. It helped, I think, stepping back. So. Yeah.
And you've told me, I know you've told me and Alyosha's told me in passing and kind of the short stories of like when you guys first started recording and like how you guys would be zombies, literally. So tell me a little bit more about that, like,
oh man,
about those first like recording days.
Bro, when the thing is, what people don't understand too, like, and this to anybody who has any passion, whether it be rap, whether it be like podcasting, whether it be art, whether, whatever it is,
right?
Whether it even be video games, dude. But the hours we put in were nuts. It was nuts. It was our life, dude. I would go to school from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m. I'd work from 1 p.m. till 9 p.m. I'd eat dinner. I'd go to the stew from the studio. I'd go to the stew from 10 till like 3, 4 in the morning. And then rinse and repeat, dude. I was sleeping 3, 4 hours most nights. And that was every day for the most part throughout my whole sophomore, junior year of college. Before that, it was just, coming home from school right away.
Right.
Yo, let's put some beats on. Let's try to rap some shit. Let's see what we could do. But it's been nonstop. We've taken our breaks here and there. But when you're pushing it, you got to keep doing it. And you're going to make bad shit. I've made bad shit. And I'm sure there's still more bad shit that I'm going to make. And then I'm probably going to think it's fire. And I'm going to drop it and be like, damn, maybe that shit wasn't that fire.
Like it flopped and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to happen. It's part of the process. It's something that they say in advertising too. Don't let perfect get in the way of like what you have now. What's great? What's good?
Right.
Because you're never gonna have something perfect.
Yeah,
And
you're always gonna think something's wrong with like you're never gonna be satisfied.
Exactly. And honestly, sometimes the best way to find out how to get better is from letting other people hear it and let you know what's working and what's not working.
Yeah.
So that's it's part of the process, dude. But honestly, yeah, it's just putting the hours in, dude. We used to not sleep. It was crazy. Even now, I mean, I record from home, so I can record at my own leisure. But it's a lot of hours, man. It's a lot of hours. I've spent countless hours. Moves, the single with Alain that I released.
Yeah.
Man.
Great song, man.
Thank you.
That was good.
That's a fun song. I have fun making that one. Fun until we had to mix it. And bro, mixing that song took us so many hours.
I can tell why.
I'm like, because there's like that lazy flow and it's his voice coming in with the high pitch and then him singing, like getting the hook over like a little different than mine, but at different points and making sure it's all EQ'd at the right point, the chopped and screwed part at the end. It was a lot of work, dude. And at this point, I don't even enjoy that song, like listening to it, because I heard that song so much in one day that it was like, fuck, I'll make moves while y'all stand. Like, I can't anymore, man.
No, I get you. I mean, kind of relating it to podcasting, which is what I've come to know of, is, man, like I edit this myself, right? You know, I listen over to like these podcasts at least 2 to 3 times in just like, let's say a 1 hour podcast probably take 3 hours to edit.
Yeah. You don't even want to hear it when it's out.
I hate it by the time it's out.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, these jokes suck.
Right, but it's actually it's your third time hearing it, so you might not think it's funny, but the listener is like, it's their first time hearing it, so they're like, oh, this is great. Yeah,
it's the same way you felt when you reacted to it the first time. But
right, but there's so much like behind the scenes stuff that like you have to. It's just a grind, man.
It is a grind, dude. It is a fucking grind. I know. I mean, I was trying the podcast thing for a little bit.
Yeah. And I was on.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the music just took more precedent. I didn't have enough time in the day to split between.
Priorities.
Yeah, music and podcasting and like the other stuff I like to do. So, and I prefer the music. I think it's something I'm better at, maybe.
But so let's talk about this album, right?
Yes, sir.
6 songs.
Mm-hmm.
There's Welcome Back, which was the first one that you released.
Yeah, which is the intro as well. Yeah.
So tell me about that. Like, what was like? Because this is your welcome back into the music and the like making music.
Yeah.
And it's the first song that people hear.
Yeah, first song people hear. First song on the tape. Welcome Me Back, and that's actually the last song I wrote on the tape.
Is it?
Yeah, that wasn't planned. That was going to be a 5-song EP, and Welcome Back. The whole order of the EP was going to be different, but Welcome Back just kind of, I had a spur of the moment inspiration. I found that beat. I wrote that first verse kind of just like quick. I wrote the hook first, because I just felt like, damn, I'm back. Like,
right.
I was hyped thinking I'm releasing this EP. So that's why I got like kind of that happiness almost to an extent on that beat, where it's just, I was just excited to be back and I wanted to let people know that I'm hyped to be back. So yeah, man, that was the last song I wrote for it. It ended up being the intro. I think it fits well as an intro. And it's really just, it's a little bit braggadocious, but it's me saying like, yo, I'm here. I can spit, bro. Yeah. Like I'm not embarrassed to try to admit that I can spit, and you put me up to someone else and I'll spit with them. Right. Maybe I won't outspit them. Who knows? But I'd like to see.
But you'll hold your own.
For sure.
So, I mean, we're not going to go through all of them, but I do want to touch on Ride.
Oh man, that's my favorite.
So that one, I'm gonna tell you the vibes I got. Oh shit, the vibes I got off this album is when I listen to it, I'm like, wow, like this is like kind of like a Mac Miller-ish vibe.
Feel that thing.
Like his last album, it's kind of like that, like smoker, but like also like, yo, I'm just be honest, you have bars, and it's not because you're my friend, but
thank you.
There's definitely some verses on Inhale Exhale that we won't get to that. That'll be
that's a fun one.
Yeah, but I just want to tell you personally, I enjoyed this album, and I hope you guys check it out. But let's talk about how, because like we touched on, you are a professional in the industry. You're in advertising.
Yes. Which
is the industry I'm getting into.
Yeah.
But there's always, even when I was doing these podcasts, there's always this thought of like, should I be releasing this?
Fear, yeah.
Fear of like, is this too much, or will people not take me seriously in the industry?
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you about how the decision that to release music, even though you have a full-time job, and like how that affected you.
Oh man, so that's something I grappled with for a while. You kind of realize as you get into advertising that it's a pretty chill environment. A lot of people are cool with things. Still fear, because rap music is explicit in nature, and I kind of speak from the heart in a lot of my shit, a lot of my songs. So a lot of what I say reflects not necessarily who I am today, but who I was, and past experiences. Kind of just the way I feel sometimes. And kind of the animal inside you isn't necessarily you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you want to say shit that you wouldn't say, but I could put it on wax. I could write it down. I could just vent it all out there. And that's really part of the reason why I wanted to get back. I just needed to vent. But the nervousness with work, I mean, it was there and it's been there. And for a while, I never would post it on my main page. I would hide my story from coworkers, make sure that nobody at work would ever find out about it. But I've been working for 3 years now, about to make 3 years. And I've realized more and more, like, man, people go in the office and they have their vape out. People are
it's a lax job.
Yeah, people wearing cargo shorts.
Hey, open toe flip
Bob Marley tees. People go to lunch and get drunk and come back to the office drunk. It's a fun industry. Yeah, it's a fun industry. And don't get me wrong, there was still nerves. So I just hunkered down and I'm like, I don't think they're gonna fire me over this.
Right.
I took the leap. And they're not. I ended up, one of my boys from work, who's like my boy now, shout out Danny if he hears this, he sent it to one of our creative directors, which got me a little scared.
Yeah, that's a little...
Yeah.
He threw you in the water.
Yeah, and I'm cool with him, don't get me wrong, but it was a little scared. But next thing I know, my creative director makes beats. And he's sending me beats.
And you would have never known.
I would have never known. And he's like, yo, this shit's good. Like, keep it up. It's hype. And now I have a relationship that I'm building with him based on that. Right. Don't get me wrong. This isn't advice for any career path.
No, yeah. You can't do this banking.
Yeah. Like, I work in advertising.
Right.
And also, kind of my, disclaimer is a lot of what I'm rapping about, a good majority isn't, I mean, some of it's influenced by where my headspace is now and kind of reflecting. But a lot of it is past. Like, when I was writing Still Trippin', I kind of tried to remind myself of a different time in my life. I brought myself back to when I was 18, 19 and, me and my cousin, me and my friends were at the park. We were smoking, we were chilling, we were hanging,
right.
Cops pulling up, we run, hide in one of our friends' houses, stupid kid shit. I mean, we were 18, 19, but kid shit.
I mean, you're not, I think you're not fully developed at that age.
Yeah, that's a whole different argument at that point,
right.
But I agree. I wasn't, so I just kind of tried to bring myself back to that point in time, but with a more adult perspective, because me at that point in time, I was a kid.
Right.
So that's why it's such a smoker vibe. I mean, I'm not out there smoking in the parks in my whip anymore. I'm chilling. I have an apartment.
Yeah.
I don't.
I have a rent that I pay.
I don't need to be taking these risks. Yeah. But I wanted to make music that kind of reflected that. And some of my favorite music is music you could just vibe to, whether or not you smoke, but just that you feel like a secondhand high almost, where you're just chilling. The beats on there are jazzy. They're chill. There's some nice instruments going on, some nice loops, and you just feel like you could just relax to it.
After a long day of work, I'll pop it up.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's not,
warm up a nice bubble bath.
Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna make hype music too. It's planned. Yeah. But I wanted to kind of get this out and set the tone.
Right.
Especially, not to spoil my own treats here, but I kind of had a story I envisioned that I'm telling, and this first EP is just one part of it.
You heard it here first. It's a podcast exclusive.
You heard it here first. Still Trippin' is just part one of 3 parts.
A trilogy.
A trilogy.
Wow.
A trilogy, man. So
in writer fashion.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to set the stage. So this next tape after Still Trippin' is going to sound nothing like Still Trippin'. So I hope you all enjoy it, and I hope you don't get too attached to it, because this next one is completely different.
I kind of enjoy that though. When I listen to an album and then their next album is different, it shows me how versatile they are.
I want to test the waters, and I'm still young in my career. I want to see what people like. Maybe I get more likes on this second one. Maybe more people are like, yo, make more shit like Still Trippin'. But I want them to miss it. And if they do miss it, that's great. If they don't miss it, then I'm like, shit, maybe that shit was a miss.
Right.
But there's only one way to find out, and we'll find out.
That's true.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about, because again, I've heard about your rapping career before this in little parts, but I heard, and I don't know why, but when you talk about you rapping, this always comes up in my head. I'm like, wow, I can't believe he did this. Was you performed in Rolling Loud.
Oh man, did I?
Did you?
If a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to see it, you know what I mean?
Hey, but you can say you performed at Rolling Loud.
Can I curse on this?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck Rolling Loud. Fuck Dope Entertainment. Fuck all those motherfuckers. They're scammers. That's first and foremost. Don't get me wrong. I still went to Rolling Loud 2 years after that again and gave them my money like a fucking schmuck. Man, me and Alyosha performed the first year of Rolling Loud. I paid $1,200
To perform?
to perform a 10-minute set. A lot of money.
Yeah,
We were supposed to perform on the stage where Travis Scott performed. There was only 2 stages at Rolling Loud.
Right.
Well, that's what most people think. There was a 3rd stage by the fucking entrance, by some fucking bleachers where all the kids who were fucking cracked out would go to sit down and get some air. There was a random 3rd stage. So we were supposed to perform on one of the main 2 stages.
Right.
We were supposed to perform, I want to say maybe 20 minutes before Travis on that main stage.
That's insane.
So I'm like, bro,
if you would have performed right before Travis,
no, that's amazing.
you wouldn't be here right now.
Nah, exactly. But you know what? Last minute. Oh, by the way, there's a 3rd stage. No one of any import is performing at this 3rd stage. There's a bunch of schmucks like me. So obviously, like, my friends were in the crowd.
Yeah.
But they already listen to my music.
Right. You want to get exposure in these places.
Who's going to be at my stage when Travis is performing 20 at a different stage?
Yeah. That's
No
tough.
one. I was performing at the same time as Posty.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You know who beat out the crowd? Posty. That was the year he dropped White Iverson.
Wow.
Yeah. So, man, what could have been, right?
Right?
You live and you learn.
Hey, in my eyes, you performed at Rolling Loud with Posty and with Travis Scott.
I mean, I technically performed at Rolling Loud. I technically did.
With both of them. Because they were both there.
Well, they were both there.
Yeah. Who could tell you not?
Yeah. I shared a location with them.
Hey, that's all that matters.
It was a cool experience. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it was nerves and stuff, but yeah, fuck that.
So we're going to wrap it up in like about 10 minutes, but I just want to kind of talk about what's next for you. You already said you have a trilogy coming up.
Yes, sir.
So what is the next stage looking like? Or if you want to talk about, because you make music with Alyosha and with
Lou
your boy Lou. So what's coming up with you guys?
Cool. So again, Still Trippin' is dropping March 10th, which will be the same day this is releasing, correct?
Yeah.
Still Trippin's gonna be dropping. That's all 6 songs. I might release one single before then, so by the time this releases, you'll have heard it, hopefully. After Still Trippin' drops, Lou is up next, which is exciting for me. Very exciting. He's one of my favorite rappers, just in general. And we're trying to kind of split the time frame, give us a little bit of a break. So Lou should be up next. He'll be releasing his own EP. He's working on that right now. He's a few songs already ready, you know. And after that, Ali should be up next. So yeah, Still Trippin', March 10th, 6 songs. I hope y'all like it. I hope y'all enjoy it all. That's the first and foremost thing that's coming. I had to promote that.
Right.
After me, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. Not a long break, a month or 2, to, you know, gather the chips, start mixing some stuff, start working on the new stuff.
I'm guessing at that time you'll still be writing.
Of course, I don't stop writing.
Yeah.
And perfecting stuff, you know. At the end of the day, you want to make sure if I'm releasing a 6-song tape, that means there was 12 songs I wrote or more,
right,
that were fitting that theme, and I didn't like the rest of them. So I need to make sure that when the next tape is ready, that I've exhausted all options, and that the 6 or however many songs are on that tape come out are the best ones that fit that theme, you know. So yeah, after me, it'll be Lou dropping his own EP. Don't know how many songs yet. That's unknown. But after Lou, Alyosha will be dropping, and that'll be exciting. And then I'll be dropping again, hopefully by late summer. And that'll be the second of my 3 tapes that I'm planning for this year alone.
3 tapes is a lot for a year.
I mean, I already have the last one all written. That one's done. That was the first thing I wrote when I got back into the stew.
Wow.
Yeah, that one's done. And it's, again, more similar to this tape than the second one's going to be, but a lot more aggressive, a lot more in a character, I would say. So that one I'm excited for. I'm very excited for that one. But the next tape is Grieve for Me. That's the title of the next tape that I'm dropping that's coming out. And that one I'm excited for. I hope people enjoy that one. It's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger.
I look forward to it, bro.
I hope so, man. I hope so. You'll be getting sneak peeks. So I have to ask before we hop off.
What's up?
What was your favorite song?
Bro, it was between Ride. just because of like I mean, you guys will. This comes out that day. I can talk about it.
Yeah. You can talk about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, by the time this video comes out, the album will be out already. So, I really liked the melody. And when it was like, when you gonna run to?
No, like the little the drop.
And then, man, the verses on Inhale Exhale.
Yeah.
They hold a personal.
You fuck with that one.
Yes. Also, I don't know what song it was, but there was one where you had mentioned, it's like, oh yeah, Max is here with Bombay Darbar, and that was a bar.
No, not Bombay Darbar, but that's actually better. That's on Who Am I.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Max, just came through with Lemonade in Bombay.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
See, of course, I'm thinking, oh, like it's Bombay Darbar. Like,
No, that was again throwback to back then. Max used to always come through with Lemonade in Bombay. And we go and drink. That's the
See, you learn everything. You learn something every day.
Yeah, no, you learn. I need to put up the lyrics. That's one of the next things I need to do. But
yeah,
that one's a silly track.
Let's touch on. I mean, obviously, Moves was
a movie.
Yeah. Honestly, I enjoyed this album more than I thought I would when you had mentioned like what kind of vibe it was. I was like, oh, okay, like. Because that's not the music I typically listen to.
Yeah, I get that.
But when I played it, I was just like, dude, I was driving somewhere, and I was like, this fits exactly for what I'm doing right now. Like, it's like a chill vibe.
I wanted to make car music.
I mean, you succeeded.
Yeah.
Because it plays perfectly.
At the end of the day, one of the biggest places you listen to music is in your car.
Of course.
That's like the spot, you know?
I almost never listen to music if I'm not in my car.
Yeah. So I wanted to make some shit that just like feels nice for like a long drive in your whip. And
I'll be testing that out.
Yeah,
soon.
that's what I was hoping for. And inspired by Mac, inspired by Isaiah Rashad, inspired by Kendrick, inspired by a lot of.
Yeah, I could see Alyosha was inspired by Kendrick a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. His verse, hey, he's nasty on that one.
He was nasty. He just caught me off guard because I'm like, whoa.
He promises.
Yeah. That was fire,
he came in, he did me dirty on that one. You're not supposed to outdo me on my own EP, Ali. What the hell, man?
What is this, control?
Yeah, like, yo, this guy fucking stunted on me. Nah, man, I love it. Nothing gets me more hype. That's part of the reason why we do it too, man. We have a little group chat with me, Ali, and Lou, and we send our little rough mixes to each other and stuff. And that's what inspires us. Because I'll be chilling, I'll be feeling uninspired for a few days. Then Lou sends me a song and he rips it. I'm like, fuck, now I gotta write some shit. Like, I gotta write some shit.
That's good, but you gotta have those kind of people in your circle
to push you, man. And then I'll write some shit and Ali's like, fuck that, I'm gonna body this.
Yeah, and it's not even on some like, I gotta do better than him.
No, it is.
Well, okay.
Hey.
I stand corrected.
Again, on the record, fuck Lou. Lou loves sneak dissing Ali and I on songs. I don't think I don't know, bro. Don't think I don't know. And I sneak diss him too. I love competing, bro. Rap is competitive.
Right.
And it's not out of hate. It's not out of, like, I'm not going to...
Well, yeah, that's what I was getting to, is that you guys aren't doing it, like, out of hate. You're doing it like, oh, I put this out. Like, you're up. Like... Exactly,
man. You're next up because I know you could do it. I know you could fucking outbar me if you try. And then you're going to push me
to outbar you.
Yeah. So that's, at the end of the day, if we keep, climbing the ladder...
I mean...
Then who's outbarring us?
How many Nature Valleys do you got, bro?
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
Come on,
that's what we got Nature Valley, we got Cliff Bars, bro. We're coming through.
You guys are dominating the bar game right now.
Yeah, exactly, man, exactly.
But I just want to say how much I enjoyed listening to it. Even like I listened to it before, and I wish you nothing but the best, bro.
Thank you, man.
As one of, I would like to say, your closest friends.
Yes, you could say that.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I thought it was awkward.
It's like, oh shit.
But it's interesting seeing people that you hang out with and their side hobbies and how they enjoy it and how they prosper in them.
Yeah, I can imagine, and definitely because I don't I don't come off as the kind of guy who raps.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up actually. Yeah. Because you don't look like a typical rapper.
No.
If you were to see this guy on the street, would you think he's a rapper?
And you wouldn't think I'm the rapper that is on those songs.
No.
Yeah, you'd think maybe I make like Asher Roth type music.
Maybe you're like a techno DJ.
Yeah, maybe.
Like you can pass off as that.
Honestly, man, that's part of the reason why I stopped rapping too, because I don't feel like I look like a rapper.
But at this point, who cares?
Who cares, man? Yo, hey, you know what really got me inspired too? Jack Harlow.
That guy's, bro, he's a goof, bro.
He's just a curly haired like white boy.
Yeah.
I mean, he dresses cool now.
Yeah, now.
Hey.
The ones that hate us the most.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I could be pasty white I gotta have my little professional cut.
Yeah.
But I could rap. And that's what matters.
That's what literally matters at the end of the day.
That's what matters, bro. Do you care? If y'all are listening to me because you think I'm cute, what are you doing that for, bro? That's weird. You listen to Kendrick because he's cute? Or you listen to Kendrick because he got bars?
Nah, I enjoy Kendrick's flows and his different voices that he puts.
Exactly. So, I mean, you know, I'm not trying to look... I'm trying to look like me.
I mean, the thing is, music is an audio
experience, yeah.
Experience, exactly. So it's like, you can listen to somebody and what does it matter what they look like?
Exactly. And
I mean, obviously that gets people some like...
Yeah.
Guys like Drake or, you know, like it gets them a certain following because of it.
And we'll hone in on the image. We'll hone in on it. But
are you going to put the certified lover boy heart on you?
I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been stressing that. Because that COB heart on my head that'll take me up a notch.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
so
it'll get me signed.
OVO.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe I shoot a little crappy video of the CLB heart and Drake's like, I like this kid.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even a kid anymore, but
think yourself.
I guess to Drake, yeah, I could let him call me kid.
Yeah. I would let Drake call me kid.
Yeah, like, he can call me whatever he wants.
Whatever.
Shout out Drake, always.
For sure. Well, man, I've just want to thank you for coming on. You're the first guest. Oh, who knows if we'll do a guest before and release it before. But as of right now, today is...
I still had dibs.
The 27th. You were the first guest in this studio.
Fuck yeah.
You know? And I like to see it come full circle when you were talking about in the first episode how you were getting back into rap and you had rap on the way, and now look at you.
That's true, man.
You have rap
on
the way.
That's all because of you. You brought this to life.
Hey, man, you know, I want to, you know, I like to say humble, man.
Yeah. But seriously, man, thank you for having me. And again, make sure you listen to Welcome Back to Moves by Trip C. Listen to the whole tape. Still tripping. We still tripping, bro.
Still tripping.
We still tripping.
And on that note, thank you guys. And see you in the next one.
Deuce.
But we finna ride too. It's we getting high, you said you wanna blow. I know somewhere we could go. But we finna ride too. It's we getting high, you said you wanna blow. I know